I've been so busy. I've uh, I've had a lot of things to do. I haven't had a lot of time to make content and make a video for the channel. And I've been thinking about it. Of course, I always want to make videos. I always want to make content for the channel. And I've just had such a busy schedule. I've just had so many things that I've had to do, and I haven't had time for anything. I've also been a little bit tired, to be honest with you, and I've just wanted to give myself a little bit of a break, and a little bit of a breather from making videos and trying to not add to my already super busy schedule. And so I haven't posted a video in a long, long time. Well, just a while, in some months, and you know, but god damn it, Arsenal don't won the league. Arsenal are Premier League champions, and for the first time in this channel's history, short history, I can say Arsenal are champions of England. Wow, that's like, I still cannot believe those words coming out of my mouth. It's been a long time coming. After 22 years, Arsenal are champions of England again. But there's a way I want to, before I get into the video, right? Please make sure to subscribe to the channel at We Talk Football 24. Please make sure you like, comment, turn on your notification bell for content that I'll be releasing. Follow the channel on Facebook and on Instagram. And yeah, share, like, comment, all of it. Just do all of it. And look, how I want to begin this video, right, is to go back. I want to go back to August 2011. Arsenal had one of their worst days of all time, really. That might be the worst game that Arsenal have ever been in, ever. August 2011, we went to Old Trafford and we lost 8-2, our heaviest scoreline ever. And that felt so, it felt crazy at the time. Like, Arsenal, a big team, like I've seen teams lose like that. Not big teams, you know what I mean? Like at that point. And we went to a really good Manchester United team, and Arsenal were a poor side. I have to say, like, for the name of Arsenal to go there with that kind of team. I know it had Robin van Persie and Arsene Wenger was still there. But I remember that summer a lot of people were saying Arsenal need to spend big. And it was during that period where Arsenal couldn't spend big because of the money that Arsenal was still paying for building the Emirates Stadium. And that took a lot out of Arsenal. Like that period was tough. And Arsenal that summer had not had a really good summer. They hadn't spent enough money. They hadn't, bought enough players. And after that loss, Arsenal spent some money. They bought 5 players in. Su Pak Young. If I'm getting it wrong, I apologize. Arsenal brought in Andre Santos. Arsenal brought in Yossi Benayoun. Mind you, these signings are after the 8-2 defeat at Old Trafford. And 2 of the guys that came in have been instrumental in Arsenal and where Arsenal are right now. The first one, Per Mertesacker, who has been immense. The guy goes 6'3", 6'4". he has been 6'3". He has been that big. He has been all the 6'4" you want in a man to lead an academy, to develop players who are going to go in and be instrumental in a title win. Per Mertesacker has been the coach, he has been the leader, he has been the driving force of Hayland, Arsenal's academy that has produced some wonderful players recently. Players like Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Max Dowman has come through the academy, and Bukayo Saka. I think that's the story. That's probably the biggest Hayland story now as of yet. Bukayo Saka coming through the academy and being influential in Arsenal's resurgence and Arsenal being back as a serious contending team for titles. And a huge part goes to Per Mertesacker because he came in and he made our academy what it is today. I mean, Arsenal's academy wasn't bad anyway, but he's taken it to a different level. And the players that Arsenal are producing right now from the academy, they just go straight into the first team and they just fit in. They are Arsenal through and through. The families are involved. You see, the families of Miles Lewis-Skelly at the games. We've seen Max Dowman's family, people like that. Ethan Nwaneri coming through, and it's built on a family orientation and family values, and that has been so key to what Arsenal are today. And the other signing that Arsenal made after that 8-2 defeat was Mikel Arteta. Now, a lot of teams go through years. They go through years trying to find a manager. Manchester United have been trying to find the right manager since Sir Alex Ferguson left. They've had Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, David Moyes. They've had really good coaches. You can't tell me the managers that they've hired are bad. They've been good, but they haven't been able to stick. And after Arsene Wenger coaching Mikel Arteta, in 2020 we get Mikel Arteta. I have to say, when he came in, I was skeptical. I wanted a top level manager. I was saying Arsenal should go out there after Unai Emery's spell. I said Arsenal should go out there and get someone like Conte in, or get someone like Max Allegri, Luis Enrique. They were there, right? And Arsenal said, no, we're going to go and hire a manager that we believe is ready for the job. I did not believe he was ready. And I was kind of disappointed. I was like, this is a little bit, underwhelming. But I was wrong. And even though the first 2 seasons were tough, we finished 8th twice. And the first season when Arsenal finished 8th, I can't really put that all on Mikel Arteta because he came in halfway through the season. So half of that has to go to Unai Emery. You know what I mean? But we finished 8th. We finished 8th again. And there were a lot of doubts, especially in the second season. And we had a really tough run of games, losing home games to Aston Villa. We lost to Burnley, and that's when I thought, oh man, I don't feel good about Mikel Arteta. But to his credit, he turned it all around. We beat Chelsea in the following game, I think. I can't remember the scoreline, but I remember Bukayo Saka scoring, I think. Martin Odegaard scored, and we won the game. And that kind of turned things around for Mikel Arteta. And I think what bought him time is, number one, the FA Cup, but also, and I've said this many times, if your team is struggling and it looks like the manager is under a lot of pressure, the kind of football that the team plays will kind of help, because if the football has direction, if you can see the idea in your football, right, in your football team and what they're trying to do on the pitch, then that buys the manager some time. Like that kind of tells the fans, the executives, everyone above, to say, look, we have an idea, we're trying to do something. You can clearly see it's not brought the tangible results, the goals, it hasn't brought the wins, it hasn't brought the clean sheets and all that, but you can see what we're trying to do. And I think that bought him time, and that's why I like I say, managers who get sacked eventually. I said this about Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea when he was about to be sacked. I said he will be sacked because the results are not going his way, but he's also playing, terrible football. Who's the manager that was at Manchester United just before Michael Carrick? I forgot his name. The guy from Portugal, right? His football was terrible and the results were also really, really bad. And I think from then on, Arsenal have improved season on season on season until we are here where we are right now. Until we are where we are right now. Premier League champions. That is good. The drink is good. Saying Arsenal are Premier League champions. Oh my. Oh yeah. Oh man. Arsenal were eighth, fifth, second, painfully second the third time, and now first. And you could see the improvement in how Arsenal play, how Arsenal dominate. You could see the improvement in the signings that came through, the big players that came through at Arsenal. You could see the seriousness. Even though we were finishing second, you could feel there was something that was being tried at Arsenal. You could see the seriousness of trying to win a major trophy, and even though Arsenal were finishing second and knocking at the door, you could see that something has to give, something will come, something will happen. Damn it, the Premier League came. And I'm an Arsenal fan, right? But I feel like I'm a very objective Arsenal fan, and I can tell it the way it is. And looking like from, as an Arsenal fan, being within, and also from having a view on this whole situation of Arsenal and not winning a Premier League trophy or the Champions League, right, in a long time, the Premier League in 22 years. Looking at the situation from outside, I can say that Arsenal deserve this. Arsenal have earned this Premier League for everything that Arsenal have been through. Losing big players, Ashley Cole, Patrick Vieira, Fabregas, Samir Nasri, Van Persie, Santi Cazorla, losing big players like that every now and then, not winning trophies, not challenging. Like, it always seemed like Arsenal it just didn't feel like Arsenal were even going to challenge for the league. And to be where we are right now, I think it's massive. And Mikel Arteta came in and took Arsenal from being a banter club to a serious club. I don't think the big clubs in England or in the world look at Arsenal and don't take Arsenal seriously now. They just have to, because we've been good for years now. We've been challenging for years now, and now Arsenal have finally won the league. And as a boyhood Arsenal fan, it's surreal. I still can't believe Arsenal have won the Premier League. I began being an Arsenal fan back in 2004 when Arsenal went invincible. That was the last time Arsenal won the league, right? I had a big Thierry Henry poster in my bedroom, and I loved how he played. I loved his game. And I think a lot of fans share the same sentiments as me. I know a lot of people who say, I became an Arsenal fan because of Thierry Henry. And that's what happened with me. And we've been through a hard time. It's been a hard, painful 22 years. But I can tell you right now, like, Arsenal fans, right, they've been there with the team. And recently I've been like thinking to myself, man, damn, Arsenal fans are always there for Arsenal. When are Arsenal going to be there to fight for the team itself? And they did. And I want to shout out some players, man. Like, I've given credit to Mikel Arteta and Per Mertesacker, the coaches. Also, the Cronkies deserve some credit because they looked at the project and they thought, look, Arsenal are not where they are. They are not where they should be. Sorry. And they should be among the best teams in England, right? If not the best team in England right now, And they've invested good money. Look, they signed Declan Rice for 100 million. And I always say, out of the players that have gone for 100 million plus, Declan Rice has been one of the players in world football ever that has made that 100 million worth it. He is worth 100 million. The two centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba, they deserve this. I've been thinking about them, and I feel like, man, they've been immense. They've been the best centre-back pairing. They've been the best defense for years now. Not this season, not for a few months. They've been the best partnership for years. They deserve this. They've been immense. Shout out to them, boys. David Raya was the best goalkeeper this season in the world. And he's won his third consecutive clean sheet record. His third consecutive Golden Glove. He was immense. That save against Fernandes at West Ham. It's like that save that Martinez had against Colomboani in the final of the World Cup in 2022. It's of the same level. If Fernandes scores, I don't think Arsenal are where they are right now. I think Manchester City would have picked us. Shout out Jurriën Timber, Ben White. I think Jurriën Timber is a top 5 easily. I'm being humble. I'm trying to kind of, I think he's top 5 right backs in the world, if not top 3. Shout out Ben White, man. Calafiori. He's incredible. Big physical specimen. Bombing down the left. Going up and down. He's had to battle injuries. But when he plays, he plays. I want him to start in the Champions League final. Shout out Zubimendi. Our captain, Martin Odegaard. He's had his ups and downs. I love him. I still think he's a great player. And he's done well. In moments this season, he's been big against Newcastle. He came in at Newcastle earlier in the season and he changed the game. We won that game 2-1. And a big part of that win was Martin Odegaard. He came in against West Ham and he changed the whole game. He started creating chances. He created our goal that Trossard scored. He was the one who went into the box, ghosted in, dribbled and passed to Trossard. You know? Christian Logard, he's great. I wish I wish he had more chances to play. He's fantastic. Eberechi Eze, one of the best, like, just stories in football. How he bounced around teams when he was young. Finally signed with QPR, and he was a star. Crystal Palace signed him for a record fee for Crystal Palace. And he's been just ever since. He won Crystal Palace the FA Cup last season, and now he's won the Premier League with Arsenal. Christian Mosquera, he'd start for a lot of teams. He is immense, and he's only just 21, I think. I think he's either 21 or 20. Big, he's fast, he's strong, he can defend, and he's a backup centre-back at Arsenal. Piero Hincapié, he came in, he's a champion. I think that helped. Having him in the squad this season helped a lot, not just because he was cover for Calafiori, and sometimes he would start games with Calafiori there, but his experience of winning at Bayer Leverkusen, coming to Arsenal, taking us over the top, immense. Miles Lewis Kelly, I spoke about him earlier, a Hayland boy. He's fantastic. We can't lose him. There were rumours recently that he might leave at the end of the season. What? And Ethan Nwaneri too. Shout out Ethan Nwaneri. I know he's on loan, but we can't lose those boys. Max Dowman, we can't lose our Hayland boys. No way. They've been fantastic, man. Trossard, Martinelli, they've done their thing. Noni Madueke, I was furious when Arsenal signed him. But shout out Noni Madueke. He's played okay this season, you know? He's been a little bit better than what I thought, especially at the beginning. I know he's struggled recently, but shout out Noni Madueke, a Premier League champion. Victor Gyökeres, bro. Came in this season, he'd won with Sporting. Now he's won three league titles in a row. I need him to replicate that video he had last season of him walking through the Sporting tunnel with a trophy. I need him to do the same. I want that back. I want him to recreate that. Gabriel Jesus, I think this is his 5th title. I know he won 4 with Man City, but he was there when we first started to challenge for the league in 22-23. He was our marquee signing that season. Talented. He's great. I love him. He just can't stay fit, and also I'm just glad he's there to win Arsenal a Premier League. Kai Havertz, another one. I wasn't happy, but he's there and he's been big. He scored the goal against Burnley, and that'll have won us the league. Big up Kai Havertz, King Kai. Kepa Arrizabalaga. I know he had a bad game against Man City in the Carabao Cup final, but overall, he's been okay for Arsenal. Whenever he has had to come in, he's played well, except that just one game, which was one of the biggest games for Arsenal. But damn it, he's a Premier League champion. Kepa Arrizabalaga. Salman, a Hayland boy. I'm glad he's going to be there to experience winning the league. And Max Dowman too. And I'm glad they're coming in with great leadership from Mikel Arteta, Declan Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, all those boys there, Bukayo Saka, they're going to show him how it's done. Bukayo Saka, star boy, Chile boy. He's been compared to everybody, and a lot of the people that he's been compared to have kind of fell off. He's been compared to Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, and over the years I've been saying he is better than those guys. He might not have the talent that they have, right? He might not. I think there's a world where someone could argue Phil Foden and Cole Palmer have more talent than Bukayo Saka, but they're not better than Star Boy. Now he's graduated. He's a Premier League champion. Now he's the star man. He is the star man. Haaland boy number 7. Won us the Premier League. And he was key when Mikel Arteta came. He was key. Because when Arsenal were poor, he was the one player who was playing well. Other players would play well and kind of be inconsistent. Other players would just be straight up caca. But he's been fantastic the entire time. He's been, I think you could say last season, well, maybe this season, this season, he struggled, and I think that's because of injuries, fatigue. He's had to carry Arsenal since he was a teenager. Since he came into Arsenal, coming in at left back and moving to right wing, he's had to do a lot of heavy lifting for this team. And I'm so happy for him. I am so happy for all those boys, bro. Like, when I look at the players that I've just mentioned, right? I've always just thought, these guys are just too good not to win. Like, they can't end their careers and not win a Premier League title. And what I meant by that is, I don't mean them going to other teams and winning at other teams. Because I feel like this means so much more to win at Arsenal than if they had gone anywhere else. Like Harry Kane, right? Like Harry Kane, he was at Spurs and he left and he went to Bayern Munich. And he's winning now. He's winning titles. He's challenging for the Champions League and all that stuff, right? And let's say he comes back and he goes to Man City and they win the league. Like, his league title is going to be a league title nonetheless. He's won, right? But I don't think it'll mean more than what Bukayo Saka has just done. What Declan Rice has just done. What Saliba and Gabriel have just done. You know what I mean? They stayed there. They stuck it out through I'm talking about hard times. Arsenal were finishing 8th. Arsenal are the original banter club. Now, like, the term banter club is kind of thrown around. Spurs are a banter club. Man United banter club. You know, Chelsea are going that way. Arsenal were banter, and for them to come in and change Arsenal's identity and win a Premier League, I am happy for them. I remember a few years ago, before Liverpool won the Champions League with Jurgen Klopp, and I remember he did an interview and he said, I told the Liverpool players, this Liverpool era right now, we can't let it go to waste. You guys are too good not to win things for this Liverpool team. You guys are and I just had this overriding feeling in me, and it was the same thing. I was like, these guys are just too good to not win a Premier League. And I was like, if they actually don't win a Premier League and they end up leaving and they go to other teams, right? They would be, this would have been the greatest team ever in Premier League history to not win a league title. It would have been the greatest team in English football to have never won the league. I think the title right now probably goes to, I don't know, you could say Newcastle back in the 90s, or Spurs, the Pochettino Spurs, right? Arsenal would have easily, this Arsenal team would have easily been better than those teams. By far. By far. And I'm just so happy for them. You know, shout out to the fans. They've been through a lot. I went to school so many years and I still was doing it as an adult. I remember going to school and arguing with Barcelona fans, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea fans. Arsenal are fantastic. That player is awesome. Fabregas is the best midfielder in the league. Robin van Persie is the best striker in the league. Sorry. I've been saying for years William Saliba is the best centre-back in world football. And every time it always just came back to, what have they done? Have they won anything? And now I can say that with chest. Now I can say that with bass. 10 toes down. Now I can have these kind of conversations and say, yes, William Saliba is the best centre-back in the world. He's proven it for years and he has the pulse to show for it. Damn, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. And I hope I'm not doing too much. But damn it, Arsenal have just won the Premier League. Arsenal gonna lift the trophy tonight. I can't wait for that. I'm gonna stay up until 12 midnight and I'm gonna watch the game against Crystal Palace. I don't know if Crystal Palace are gonna give Arsenal a guard of honor, but if they do, I'm gonna be very happy to see that, and it's gonna be a nice moment for Arsenal. I'm gonna enjoy the trophy lift. Whew, that's gonna be something to be. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna sleep early tonight, wake up at 12, watch the game, and hopefully I will be able to fall asleep again. Can't promise you anything, but I'll try. And I know there's the match of the Champions League next week, but I'm just enjoying this moment. I'm so in. I've been taken over by this. You don't know how much this has taken me over. I bought this Arsenal shirt. I celebrated by myself on Friday. I've been celebrating this weekend. I've been happy. Nothing is going to be able to bring me down. Maybe for a little while. I don't know. Like, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to talk about, anything that's going to bring me down anyway. But I'm just in this space right now. And I'm just enjoying it. Let me enjoy it. But then the Champions League is coming up next weekend. It's against one of the greatest teams in modern football history. PSG are awesome. They have awesome players. They have an attack that's going to rip you apart at any moment. And look, PSG are favorites. And I don't know what's going to happen in the game. Right? I don't want to make a prediction because my mood is just that good right now. I'm feeling good right now. So I don't want to think about what's going to happen or predict anything for the Champions League final. Also, let's just enjoy the Champions League final. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy the moment, enjoy the occasion. Arsenal are there. Anyway, Arsenal are Premier League champions. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment down below, follow us everywhere on socials, Instagram, Facebook. Let us know what you think. And shout out to Arsenal. Shout out to the Premier League champions. I'll see you again very soon. The World Cup is coming up soon, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna try and make more time, more videos to talk about those games, the World Cup, everything, and let's have a good time. You know, the World Cup is a party, and it's always so good to have a World Cup year. Have a nice weekend. Arsenal fans, have a good time. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this moment. And I'm just happy for Arsenal, and I've just been speaking about Arsenal, but just a quick aside. All the fans, rival fans, all the haters, suck on our balls. Suck on Arsenal champion. Big boy balls. Suck on them. Cheers.